Analysis and key quotations for the character Macduff. Macduff is presented as being moral, loyal, and determined. He can be seen as the antithesis of Macbeth. While we're introduced to Macduff in Act 1, Scene 6, it's not until Act 2, Scene 3 where we actually hear him speak. This is when he's outside the entrance to Macbeth's castle and is knocking on the door. Macduff's constant knocking can symbolise Macbeth's fate approaching. Macduff's arrival and discovery symbolises the beginning of the end for Macbeth. Upon discovering Duncan's body, Macduff says that the most sacrilegious murder have broke ope the Lord's anointed temple, stole hence the life of the building. These biblical allusions show us that Macduff is deeply disturbed by what has happened to Duncan. The words like sacrilegious and Lord's anointed temple show us that he believes that Duncan was holy and what's happened to him is a violation of what is sacred. This shows us that he is religious and believes in the divine rights of kings, showing us that he has a duty and loyalty to the king. Macduff then becomes suspicious of Macbeth and goes to England to get Malcolm to come back and take back the throne. While he's in England, Macbeth has his family murdered, and when he learns about this, he's devastated. Malcolm tells him that he needs to dispute it like a man, but then Macduff replies with that he needs to feel it like a man. Here, Shakespeare is challenging societal expectations of masculinity. So far in the play, we've seen masculinity being associated with violence through Macbeth and Lady Macbeth emasculating Macbeth. We now see that Macduff is saying that he needs to acknowledge and process the emotions of losing his family rather than repressing it. Malcolm then tells him he needs to convert his grief to anger, and he conforms back to the stereotypes associated with masculinity and decides to go and avenge his family and kill Macbeth. During his face-off with Macbeth, Macduff says that his voice is in his sword, thou bloody villain. Here we see Macduff is determined to avenge his family. Rather than using any words, he's going to let his sword do the talking. Just like Macbeth, Macduff is also a warrior and he's willing to enact violence in order to take down Macbeth in the same way Macbeth took down the enemy right at the beginning of the play. Although Macduff technically also commits regicide, he can be seen as the hero as he restores Scotland back to its natural order. His loyalty and duty makes him a symbol of the rightful kingship.